Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more, and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell fast to our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
Welcome back to Williams Arena on the University of Minnesota campus for KDHL's continuing coverage of the State High School Boys Basketball Tournament. Player introductions are taking place right now for this upcoming Class A semifinal between the champions from Section 2, the Bulldogs of Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, a record of 29-3 on the season, and the champions from Section 8, Red Lake County, the Rebels from up north. Red Lake County Rebels, a record of 29-3 on the season as well. Red Lake is the number 3 seed. They were number 8 rated in the state in the last poll. JWP is the number 2 seed. They were number 4 rated in the most recent poll. Red Lake County, by the way, is a co-op. It is a co-op between Red Lake County Central, which is based in Oakley, Minnesota, and Red Lake Falls High School in Red Lake Falls, Minnesota. And they are Red Lake County. There is a separate community which has a pretty strong basketball heritage of Red Lake, Minnesota. They've appeared in the state tournament a handful of times. This is not Red Lake High School. This is Red Lake Falls and Red Lake County Central, and we'll just call them Red Lake County the rest of the way. They're kind of up in the area of northwest Minnesota. Let's say Thief River Falls is not too far a drive from Red Lake County. Enrollment, I thought I wrote that down somewhere. I think each school has an enrollment of, there it is, a combined enrollment between the two of 190 compared to JWP with an enrollment of 205. So things are pretty even in that regard. Red Lake County was here at the state tournament a season ago. They beat Goodhue in the first game when Goodhue was a Class A team, lost to Dawson Boyd, who went on to win the state championship over Cherry. And Red Lake County then defeated Nevis 67-62 in the third place game. So they are back at state for a second consecutive season. As far as Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton goes, 2008 was their most recent appearance at the state tournament. This is the fourth time at state as JWP. They also came to state as Pemberton in 1957. So some history there for JWP as well. Champions of the Gopher Conference West, and Red Lake County comes out of the North Star Conference. Red Lake County, Section 8, 29-3, JWP 29-3 as well. Looking now at the starting lineups for the Red Lake County Rebels. Starters include a senior number 0, Ethan Johnson, a senior number 12, Will Giesecke, a sophomore number 15, Ben Gullingsrud, a senior number 23, Nick Suki, and a senior number 24, Connor Duden. And starters for the Bulldogs of JWP, number 21, a junior, Gavin Weedman. Number 10, a senior, Caleb Quast. Number 4, a senior, Gavin Bauer. Number 3, junior, Parker Garrity. And number 1, a senior, Dalton Bauer. The head coach for Red Lake County is Steve Fillion in his 19th season. The head coach, Nick James, for JWP, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, in his 10th season, 161 wins in his career. The second Class A semifinal is underway at Williams Arena, University of Minnesota, the Barn. And the Bulldogs, Bulldogs are in blue and the Rebels are in white, but blue is one of their primary colors, but they are in white with blue numbers. The Bulldogs are in blue with silver or gray numbers. The winner will play Hills Beaver Creek, who just pulled off an upset of unbeaten Henning in the championship game. And Gullingsrud is good for 2. And Red Lake County is on the board. JWP with their first possession. On the dribble is Dalton Bauer. He swings that one over to Gavin. Bauer. Gavin through the lane runner. Took the shot, missed it. Rebounded by Connor Duden. He'll take it into front court. Duden was a player on the team last season that ended up at 3rd place at state. Duden flips it over to the right of the key into the hands of Gullingsrud. He also was a player on that team. They do return a couple of other guys that were instrumental. 3-point try misses, rebounded by the Bulldogs, pulled down by Weedman, the 5'10 junior. On the run the other way is Garrity. He'll push it up and off, and a good rebound taken down by Giesecke. Right now it is 2-0, a minute and change in on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard. Here's a long 3. It's short, and the rebound is an offensive rebound for Duden. Duden goes up, fade away on the baseline is short. That rebound, Garrity and the Bulldogs. JWP trying to get on the scoreboard. Weedman in the front court. He leaves it for Dalton Bauer. Bauer hesitates. The drop pass into the left corner. Cut off on a drive was Quast. And then a 3 from the corner misses. Rebounded on the weak side by Giesecke. No offensive rebounds to speak of yet. I guess there was one offensive rebound. But right now it's a lot of one and done. A 3-0. Did I say 2-0 lead? My mistake. That was a 3. It is a 3-0 lead on the Gullingsrud 3. And to try and do it again, this time it is Duden on the 3. So a pair of 3s, and it is a 6-0 lead just over 2 minutes in. The Rebels of Red Lake County have the lead over JWP. Dalton Bauer on the right side, passes it across the top. A little drive by Quast, up and it's in. And Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton is on the board. The JWP fans are in the stands behind me. A lot of blue in the arena, mixed in with the maroon and gold of the University of Minnesota. With the ball here is Suki. A pass is tipped. And going back to get it was Gullingsrud. Red Lake County uses up the dribble, hands the ball off to Giesecke. The senior, a little ball fake pass, covered very tightly by Dalton Bauer. Now a pass in the lane is deflected out by Gavin Bauer. 6'2" senior, Gavin Bauer deflects that one out. And it'll be still Rebel ball, but only 10 seconds to shoot. We are 3 minutes into the first half of this semifinal matchup to see who plays Hills Beaver Creek for the title. Shovel to the outside, on its way, rims out. Rebound taken down by Bauer, off the miss by Hills Beaver Creek. A runner at the other end by Dalton Bauer had an opening, and he goes in there and gets those J-Mo Bowl points in the paint. And it is now a 6-4 game. Quast and Bauer have both gone to the rim. Here's a Euro step up the lane. A finger roll is good for Duden. He's got 5. And Red Lake County 8-4. 3.5 minutes into the first half. And there is a shot up and good for Caleb Quast. And he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. Basket good. Later on today, I'll name our Goodhue County ADA players of the game. They remind you to unleash dairy's potential with the power of protein. Foul is called on Gullingsrud, his first, team's first. 3-point play opportunity for Caleb Quast. Quast, the lefty. Shot up and off the front of the rim. Rebound by Logan Vedelson. Already, Red Lake County has gone to the bench. And remember, there's no substitute for the quality you get from Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service of Owatonna. Duden has 5 points. He's on the dribble right now. Duden cut off at the free throw lane to Giesecke. Up the lane, a jump stop, sneaks through the defense, and Giesecke winds his way in for a bucket. So Giesecke had double digits in that third place game last season, so a big time returner to the lineup for Red Lake County. And the Rebels lead 10-6. Bulldogs with the basketball, 13:45 to go in the first half. Getting inside was Wolf off the bench. Now it's Bauer, that's Dalton, out to Wolf on the left wing outside the arc. Wolf uses up the dribble, finds a player underneath. It goes off his hands and lands in the hands of Quast. He'll kick it out to Bauer with 5 seconds to shoot. Now lobbed into the corner. The shot is away, but it hit the backboard. And that shot missed. The shot clock did not go off. The rebound is taken by the Rebels, and Red Lake County is in the front court. Into the hands of Vettelson. That's Logan. He's a 6'1" senior. Work it back to that right wing side. Over there with the ball was Gullingsrud. Driving in, right side, low in tight. Giesecke. Pass comes to the left. Halverson off the bench. Gunnar Halverson has the ball back with 10 seconds to shoot. Still a 10-6 lead for Red Lake County. 5 to shoot. The three is on its way. He got it. Giesecke showing some amazing patience there with the shot clock winding down. Delivers a tray. It's 13-6. Red Lake County. A three to answer is good for Caleb Quast. He's got 7 already. And the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard shows Red Lake County 13-9 over Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. Pass pushed across the top through Gullingsrud to the right side to Duden. Duden, 5 points already in the game. Duden had a big game in the quarterfinal with 24 from the corner. A little fake by Vettelson. Gets it to Giesecke, left wing, under 10 to shoot. He's guarded by Quast of the Bulldogs. Giesecke pulls up at 15 feet. Nope. Offensive rebound, however, so a reset. Back out to Giesecke. And coming off a screen, Gullingsrud. Skips it to Vettelson. There's a stolen ball. Stolen ball, that'll be the first turnover for either team. Coming more than 6 minutes in. 11:45 to go in the first half. 13-9. Red Lake County. Three-pointer from the corner missed. Nothing but Red Lake County jerseys there to grab it. Giesecke came away with the ball. He'll dribble it ahead. Giesecke, by the way, 25 points, 9 assists in yesterday's 85-63 win over Liberty Classical Academy for Red Lake County. They've got the dribble with 15 seconds to shoot. A college three, rims out, and the rebound fought for. This might be a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to JWP. Timeout on the floor. Let's pause for a moment. We're early on. It is 13-9 Red Lake County. Back after this on the Mighty 920.
Make it personal. Make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that. To ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best. Run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
Red Lake County, a state tournament team a season ago. Their path to this semifinal game was that 85-63 win over first-time participant in any sport at state, Liberty Classical Academy. Duden had the 25 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Giesecke had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, plus 4 steals.
Your local Goodhue County dairy farmers would like to give you a friendly reminder that dairy is locally driven and powered by families like ours. When you grab that cheese, yogurt, ice cream, or milk, you're not just getting something delicious. You're supporting hardworking dairy farm families right in your own backyard. Support your local Goodhue County dairy farming families. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message is brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season. At J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault, you always strike a great meal, and now's the time to get your team signed up for sand volleyball. Whether you're a serious competitor or just out for laughs and exercise, J-Mo's has 6 quality sand courts ready for every skill level. The deadline to register is April 16th, with games starting the week of April 27th and running through mid-August. Ages 16 and under need permission. And don't forget the food. Fall off the bone, delicious ribs, juicy burgers, pasta, spectacular homemade pizza. All are welcome at J-Mo's Bowl, 1802 4th Street, Northwest Faribault. Get the details at jmosbowl.com. When you're ready to file your taxes, your neighborhood H&R Block is here to provide the expertise and care you deserve. In Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville, just walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your maximum refund guarantee. So file with confidence, knowing your local tax experts are here when and where you need them at H&R Block, Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantee. Discover the finest jewelry collection in southern Minnesota, right in downtown Canyon at Todd G. Jewelry. With an extensive selection to suit every style and budget, you'll find everything from timeless watches and elegant jewelry to unique money clips and more. Personalize your gift with a custom engraving. Add a name, a special message, or both to make it truly one of a kind. Because you don't want just any diamond. You want a Todd G. Jewelry diamond.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
More than 95% of dairy farms in the U.S. are family-owned and operated. Families like your local dairy farmers who love what they do. They take care of their cows like family and work hard to leave the land even better for the next generation. Today's dairy farmers use less land and water than ever before to produce a gallon of milk. All this to provide you with the cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and milk you love. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season.
Of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls is your name, Jolene? And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene.
All right, we're back. There's some issues with the technology here. All right, we're back on, I do believe. My technology here has cut out on me a couple of times. 24-16, Red Lake County in front. And now I've got to review what just happened. Bauer hit the free throw. So that was Gavin Bauer on the free throw. 24-17. Inside, stolen away. To the other end, JWP. On the right side, dribble is Bauer. This is Dalton, gets inside, forces it up, but that was real good defense. And the loose ball is taken by Red Lake County. All right, 24-17. Apologies for some technical issues, just the internet connection. Not the internet connection, literally our phone connection to all this lovely technology just disconnected. An effort there on a fast break. Janesville wants to run. This time they turn the ball over, and it's the Rebels with the ball. Red Lake County is leading 24-17. And number 24 gets in around Gavin Bauer and knocks it in off the glass. That is Connor Duden. He's off to quite a start. Duden already into double figures at 11 points. Here's a steal. So that's another turnover. 3 or 4 turnovers on Janesville. Granted that Red Lake County has coughed it up almost as many times. Duden on the dribble. Battles against Bauer, I should say. Duden trying to drive up the lane. Kicks it left side. A left-handed three-point try misses. Defensive rebound. Bulldogs with the basketball trailing 26-17 on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard. There is a foul that will lead to 2 shots. Got a little shove by the Red Lake County player. And the foul is on Gunnar Halverson. Halverson on the foul. That is his first personal foul. Red Lake County has had 3 fouls on him. Who did I miss? Red Lake County fouls. Duden has the other. All right. Got distracted by the other technical side here. JWP fouls. You've got 1 on Bauer, 1 on Kronbach, so we're up to date on that. 6:10 remaining first half. 26-17 at Red Lake Falls. Free throw opportunity misses. At the line it was Wolf shooting free throws. Red Lake County with the basketball and the lead. 9 points is their biggest lead. Going baseline, Giesecke. He's fouled by Dalton Bauer and will go to the free throw line. Bauer on his first. That's the 3rd team foul on JWP. Each team gets 5 timeouts. There's various media timeouts that help things out as well. At the line is Giesecke. 5 points in the game for him. Now 6 as he hits his first free throw. Janesville in yesterday's game against Cherry, they outscored Cherry 26-14 in fast break points. So that is what JWP wants to do. Here they rebound the second free throw miss, hurry it up the floor, but Red Lake County is back defensively. Bauer will just dash up the lane, get his own offensive rebound, and push it back up and in. That's Gavin Bauer. He's got 7 points. It is a 27-19 game. Red Lake County. 5.5 minutes to go in a fairly quick-moving first half. 5:25 to go first half. Dropped off for Giesecke. in the green shoes, wearing the white uniforms with the blue numbers, trimmed in black. Pass underneath comes to Gullingsrud, goes back across the way. A save blindly into the field by Dalton or by Gavin Bauer is successful. It leads to a fast break opportunity. That was quite a play by Gavin Bauer. So Gavin went airborne, flying out of bounds, never did lose his balance or go off the raised floor, but he blindly heaved the ball back in play. His teammate got it as a successful turnover, led to a fast break, led to a foul called on Connor Duden, and that's already his second foul. And going to the free throw line is Quast, and he misses the first of two. JWP not doing well from the free throw line. They are 1 for 6 from the free throw line, trailing this game by 8, 27-19. 5 minutes to go in the first half on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard, and the second free throw by Quast is good. We hit a little break in the action, and we'll pause on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard. Score the best selection of jewelry in the area. Taji Jewelry, 27-20. Red Lake County leads. More basketball in 1 minute on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
Make it personal. Make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again. I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that. To ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best. Run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
27-20, Red Lake County with the lead. JWP has not led in this ball game at all. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton took out Cherry yesterday. Cherry was the state champion 2 years ago. They were state runner-up a year ago. In yesterday's game, 39 points from Dalton Bauer, had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals in addition to that, and 32 points for Gavin Bauer. So the two combined for 71 of the team's 81 points. Gavin Bauer had 14 rebounds and 3 assists and a steal to go along with that as well. So Red Lake County 27-20 over Janesville at this point. Janesville in today's game, where are we at here? You got Gavin Bauer with 7. Caleb Quast has 8 points. Quast had 7 in yesterday's game. The fan cam is going on right now, getting the battle of the fans. Good fans here, good student turnout for the first game today. Hills Beaver Creek beating Henning, and here in this game with Red Lake County holding the lead, 27-20 over JWP with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Rebels with the ball. Giesecke on the dribble, passes into the right corner, wide open. You can't pass up a 3 like that. Missed the 3. Quast gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Leaves the ball for Dalton Bauer. Dalton cut off on a path up the lane, hooks it over into the corner, and then out top to Dalton once again. Got Gavin working for position in the lane. Dalton on the left-hand dribble. He's got 1 basket, gets the ball to Gavin. Gavin lost the handle on it. Somehow the defensive Duden disrupted him a little bit. That'll be a turnover on JWP. Looks like about 5 turnovers per side. J-Mobile paint points, 14-12 in favor of Red Lake County. 3-point shooting, 2 for 6 for JWP, 3 for 10 for Red Lake County. They find the man inside this time, but misses the shot. Offensive rebound off the miss by Johnson right in front of the basket, too. Duden coming off the left wing, trying to drive baseline. Cut off great by Gavin Weedman. So they'll reset with Giesecke. We go under 4 minutes to go in the first half. 8 seconds to shoot. Down low to Duden. Gets picked up that time by Gearty. 3 seconds to shoot. Pass left corner. Duden gets it away. It's off the front of the rim. It's fine. The shot got away in time. No violation. Rebound defensively as Bauer tries to bounce it ahead. There's a foul on Dalton Bauer. Foul called on Red Lake County against Dalton Bauer. Looks like Michael Walker is about to check into the game for Coach James and the JWP Bulldogs. There's no substitute for the quality service you receive from Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service in Owatonna. So the foul was on Suki, and that is his first. Racing away, but leaving the ball behind was Gavin Bauer. Red Lake County comes the other way. The Rebels get a straight-on look for three by Giesecke. Hard off the rim. Calls all the way out to Quast at the top of the key. Racing the other way is Bauer. It's good for Dalton Bauer. He's got his second field goal. 27-22, Red Lake County. 3:15 to go in the first half. Some backcourt pressure by the Bulldogs, but it's receding as Giesecke takes it across the timeline, loosely guarded here by Caleb Quast. Hands the ball off hands the ball off to Johnson. And now here's Duden into the right corner. Duden for Red Lake County. Johnson backdoor saying, "Ham open over here." Shot on the way. It's good. It's just a little jumper from the right wing by Connor Duden. And Duden is up to 13 points, 29-22 Red Lake County, 2:40 to go in the first half. Stay tuned for the H&R Block stats at halftime. No computer program can come up with every possible tax question. H&R Block will have it covered. A three-pointer is good by Weedman. Gavin Weedman for three. Weedman yesterday had 2 points on 0 for 2 shooting on threes. And a foul here. Foul here on the Rebels. An offensive foul on Giesecke. That'll be a turnover as well. Will Giesecke with his first personal on Red Lake County. That's 6 fouls. 3 fouls have been called on JWP. There's 2:15 to go in the first half. 29-25. Red Lake County continues to lead. Biggest lead was 10 points for the blink of an eye. Gavin Bauer protects the basketball from almost getting it stolen. Pass to the left wing for a jump shot. Missed it. Three-pointer. Got his own offensive rebound. A fresh 20. Rebounded to Weedman. He got his own rebound. Weedman tries to drive. He's cut off by Halverson. And now it's Gavin Bauer out top. Passes to the right side. 7 seconds to shoot. Dalton Bauer with the ball. Goes to Gavin. Gavin lets it fly. And knocks down a three. Gavin Bauer's first three of the game in his first three-point attempt. 29-28, Red Lake County by 1. Under 90 seconds to go in the first half. Giesecke passes it across to Gullingsrud. Gullingsrud leaves it for a college three that's short off the fingertips of Duden. Rebounded by Garrity. Let's see how much they hurry it. Dalton Bauer goes into the front court. Bauer fakes a handoff. Little spin move left of the lane. Toss it to Quast on top. Quast drives, bumps, creates contact. Shot too strong. Offensive rebound, Garrity. Out top, Dalton Bauer for three. He gets hit. No. Yes, there is a foul. 3 free throws are coming for Dalton Bauer. And that appears to be Giesecke on the foul. That'll be his second. 3 free throws for Dalton Bauer. JWP is only 2 for 7 on free throws in the game thus far. First free throw, short. That would have tied the game. We have not had a tie yet. Now the second free throw. On its way, good. So that is our first tie of the game. We've also not had a lead change yet. After the last game, had about 12 lead changes because JWP has not led. That could change on this free throw. 29-29 with a minute exactly to go in the first half. And Janesville has their first lead with 1 minute to go until halftime. It's 30-29 Bulldogs. Backcourt pressure being put on. Skipped ahead, and Duden will dribble over the letter M into the front court. Left to right hand dribble through the legs, leaves the ball over for Gullingsrud, middle of the floor. 45 seconds in the half, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Giesecke Drives into the baseline, cut off by Quast. Passes over here to Duden. Duden, baseline, double team, looks for help with 7 seconds. Out for Anderson for 3 off the front of the rim, an offensive rebound. But the ruling is a foul in battling for that loose ball. It is, so the defensive rebound belongs to Dalton Bauer, and a Red Lake County foul is called on Gullingsrud. That is his second, and it sends Dalton Bauer to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 30-29 JWP, 28 seconds remaining in the first half. And Quast is coming over to the bench. Does he maybe have blood on his nose? I guess that's what it is, bloody nose. They'll let him wipe it up. Nope, they will send in a player for him. Coming into the game will be Jackson Wolf, a sophomore guard who already has a three-pointer in the game. Looks like Quast is checking his mouth, his lip, rather than his nose. Medical people here will patch him up. And Dalton Bauer goes to the free throw line where he's 2 out of 3. He's got 6 points. 1-and-1, got it. So now he's 3 out of 4. Gets the bonus. JWP 31-29. 28 seconds to go in the first half. The winner plays Hills Beaver Creek tomorrow as the Patriots took out top seed Henning Hornets in today's first Class A game. Dalton Bauer good on both free throws. JWP has their biggest lead at 32-29. Shot clock is off as Connor Duden, a returner off that third place team of a season ago for Red Lake County, takes the ball into the front court. Gives it to Giesecke, surveys the scene with 15 seconds to go, not closely guarded, so he can just hang out. Now he gets the ball into motion with 10 seconds. Passes that over to Gullingsrud. Into the right corner is Duden. Duden goes to the high post, kicks it out. Here's a 3. Kicks off the rim, rebounded by Bauer. Half a second to go, and the shot banks off the top of the backboard and just misses. Just misses a three-quarter length of the court shot. Janesville-Waldorf band powers up here as we go to halftime of this Class A semifinal on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard, where you don't want just any diamond, you want a Taji Jewelry diamond. It is 32-29. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton leading over Red Lake County, grabbing their first lead of the game with 1 minute remaining in the first half. We're back for a halftime report after this on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
At J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault, you always strike a great meal. Now they're your go-to for graduation party catering. Let J-Mo's prepare and deliver the food right to you, or host an unforgettable graduation open house right at J-Mo's with access to sand volleyball, darts, and bowling. Remember, Thursdays, bingo happens. Celebrate big this graduation season at J-Mo's Bowl, 1802 4th Street Northwest in Faribault. Other catering jobs also welcome. Go to jmosbowl.com for details. Tax changes can be overwhelming and confusing, especially regarding the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. With over 70 years of tax experience, H&R Block knows how to navigate change. They'll take the time to understand your tax situation, explain the new tax laws and how they impact your taxes. And with H&R Block in Faribault, Eton, and Lakeville, it's easy to get the convenience and care you deserve. You can just drop off your information and they'll phone you when it's ready. It's so easy at H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna.
We are at the half, 32-29. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton leading over Red Lake County. Roy Koenig joined on the KDHL Sports microphone now by Gordy Kosfeld. How's the weather, Gordy?
It's very windy. It's windier than Jerry Grosskreutz out there.
We had summer 2 days ago, fall yesterday, and it's winter today.
Yeah, and it's going to be summer again on Sunday.
Yeah, into Monday, 80 degrees on Monday.
There is a fire weather watch tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to have mid-50s, windy conditions, perfect ingredients for grass fires. So keep those butts in the vehicle, those cigarette butts.
And the other ones.
And, well, always the other ones. And probably the cigarette butts, too. And don't burn this weekend.
Yeah.
It's a great half, Roy, and you are a lucky man. Every game you called has been good. You didn't have any blowouts.
No, just luck of the draw. I've been able to be here for some exciting games with Hills Beaver Creek scoring the upset shortly ago, the first game today over Henning. And last night, it was crazy here with the 2 upsets in the 4A. Yeah, huge crowds. And the Chaska folks going nuts when Chaska scored the upset over, Chaska beat Tartan, right?
Yep.
And then you had Apple Valley right in it all the way through. That one, Chaska had to come from 11 down. And Apple Valley, I don't think Apple Valley ever trailed by too much against Maple Grove, but Maple Grove is just loaded with those stud athletes. And you just always knew that Maple Grove might come storming back.
Now, I told you, right? When I saw Apple Valley, a blue-collar team. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep, hardworking. Kamari Young looks so casual when he's dribbling the ball and just got a little flick pass here, flick pass there. So, yeah, hardworking team, blue-collar team. He's fun to watch, pretty powerful guy. And Apple Valley would be kind of the Cinderella, if you will, with two enormous upsets.
But I always tell people the South Suburban Conference, and you live in it, is the best conference in Minnesota. So it does not surprise me. I had somebody the opening day when they won say, "Boy, was that a major upset?" And I said, "I would call it major. I call it an upset."
Yeah,
but I didn't call it major because they're out of the toughest conference. They see tough competition all season long.
So even compared to the Lake, you're ready to say the South Suburban is tougher than the Lake.
Oh, yeah.
With Hopkins and now Maple Grove joining the Lake and Minnetonka and all that. Okay.
I'd put them up against them.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to see a little mini tournament of those two conferences going at it.
They do that in college basketball. They'll have the conferences just kind of go head to head. The Big Ten does with the ACC or whatever. That's a real interesting proposal there, Gordy.
And you get better, Roy, by playing better competition.
Well, and most of these teams here at State, when you go through their schedules, they're loaded against teams that are here at State having played non-conference games. So you're exactly right. And the teams that are good do the best they can to load their schedules with those other top-notch teams.
That's why when you see an Apple Valley with 12 losses, you go, oh, man. But look at who they lost to.
Right. And in their case, it was mostly South Suburban teams. And I don't even think Apple Valley has that many losses, do they?
I think so.
Apple Valley. Oh, yeah. Oh, there are 10 losses coming into the tournament. Right. Yeah, so right around that. Yeah, so right. You look at some of the teams when they have those losses, but it isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Those tight games.
Like I say, you get better with good competition. You don't worry about the record. You just want to get here.
Yeah. 32-29, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. They trailed by as many as 10 points in the first half, Gordy, but they've certainly gotten their groove to build a 3-point halftime lead.
Well, when I sat down, they started taking control.
Ooh. Well, you got the wrong color on for JWP, but they might like you.
They're out of the Gopher Conference along with BA and Triton and Kenyon-Wanamingo, so
you bet.
I'm kind of semi-hoping that they do well here today.
Yeah, and Janesville, because of that Gopher Conference connection, all sorts of AA teams during their season. Waterville, Legion, Morristown, Blue Prairie, Triton. Yeah, they played. Was that like the conference championship game there? That last one.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. And Triton kind of dominated.
They took it to them in both games.
Wow.
And you see how good they are. Those Bauer guys are really good.
Yeah. They're fun to watch. They combined for 71 points in yesterday's game. Those two did.
How about the Altima boys yesterday?
Well, what happened? I didn't really get a chance to review the notes on that.
They had like 58 of their 60-some points.
Oh, yeah, they did. They had 61 of them, Gordy. Yeah. 61 of their 72.
I put all that information up on our website. So.
Very nice. KDHLradio.com.
I didn't remember it because I was foggy when I was writing it last night when I got home.
Late nights here covering games.
Looking at stat sheets, put them up. So if you want to find out about some of the Class A teams that played yesterday at Target Center, here at the Williams Arena today, I still do not agree with having them play 3 days in a row when the biggest schools get a day off between games.
I am very curious about that. I wonder if it has anything to do with, if they were to play on Tuesday and their fans come down from up north, they're paying for 5 days of hotels.
No, I understand that.
But you're right. Having the 3 days back to back to back of the smallest schools, which, as we saw in the first game today, used the least of their benches. It is a curiosity. I agree with you. I don't know why.
Well, I always thought that going from 2 classes to 4 was a mistake. They should have gone to 3, and I think that'd be perfect.
Okay. Well, I won't disagree with that. I think that would be interesting to see.
But they're never going to go back.
No. Once that door's been open, the horses are out of the barn, and there's no way getting them back. The cat has gotten out of the house and is hiding under the porch. You're out of luck.
What little bit I've seen here the last 5 minutes of this half, RLC went cold.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it was so much about JWP's defense either. They were just missing shots.
Yes, they were. They're still shooting 41%, so they came out shooting pretty hot. But you're right. I mean, they had it up to a 10-point lead at one point, 27-17.
The Rebels have a cause.
They have a cause. They have a deficit, a 3-point deficit. We'll continue on the halftime report after these notes on the Mighty 920. KDHL, the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard, 32-29. JWP leading Red Lake County.
More than 95% of dairy farms in the U.S. are family-owned and operated. Families like your local dairy farmers who love what they do. They take care of their cows like family and work hard to leave the land even better for the next generation. Today's dairy farmers use less land and water than ever before to produce a gallon of milk. All this to provide you with the cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and milk you love. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season.
Make it personal. Make it Taji Jewelry.
Awards by Taji and Kenyon can assist you in recognizing someone with plaques or trophies in a variety of styles and price ranges. Say thanks to a dedicated employee. Reward a son or daughter's accomplishments. Whatever the occasion, Taji Jewelry and Kenyon has the experience to assist in choosing the appropriate award. Teams throughout the area have used Awards by Taji because they know the service is unmatched and the price is right.
Close game here at the half, 32-29. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton with the lead over Red Lake County. Gordy, you'll have the AA games later on today. Are we expecting a couple of great games in Class AA?
Yeah, Goodhue and Albany. That should be a war. It's at 6 o'clock tonight. Of course, Goodhue from our area, Section 1 AA representative. And the late game is Pequot Lakes and Minnehaha Academy.
Yeah.
The Redhawks of Minnehaha Academy.
Think that's funny, do you?
When I was a young kid, I know it's hard to believe, but at one time I was a young kid. We used to have our family reunions at Minnehaha Park.
Oh, right there by Minnehaha Falls.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful park. We played football there. I remember we played softball there one year, and my sister got a softball right in her eye. She had to go to the hospital.
Ooh, not good.
She never played softball again.
Oh, shucks. Don't like that to happen. H&R Block stats of the game in that first half.
How are the fouls looking, Roy? Anybody in foul trouble?
Foul trouble, I would say not. A couple of guys with 2 for Red Lake County. They do have 3 guys with 2 fouls, so they have to be careful. Giesecke, Gullingsrud, couple of main contributors. Duden has 2 fouls. That could be an issue. On the other side, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton has all of 3 total team fouls.
Isn't that
one with
amazing?
more than 1. Yeah. Yep. Other stats are all kind of even in a close game like this. Those JMO Bowl points in the paint are 14-14. Rebounding is 16-16. Turnovers are 6-5. Red Lake County has 1 additional. Points off turnovers are 8-4 JWP. The fast break points, JWP 8-2. They like to run.
Yes, they do. That's their game.
Yeah.
That's why they score over 80 a game. They get up and down the floor.
Yeah. And Red Lake County averages about 75 per game. But JWP, they move it. They scored yesterday, had 26-14 in the advantage of fast break points. Individual scoring for JWP, Bauer, and that would be Gavin Bauer, has 10, 8 for Dalton Bauer, 8 for Quast, and 3 for Wolf, 13 points for Duden for Red Lake County, 6 for Giesecke, 5 for Johnson, and 3 for Gullingsrud. 3-point shooting, 3 for 5 for Red Lake County. Yesterday, Red Lake County was 10 for 20 on 3-point shooting, so they've come out cold there. And JWP today is 4 of 9 yesterday, they were only 3 for 19 on three-point shooting and still won the game.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So did you want to sit in on this, or do you need to get ready for your game? What do you want to do?
Oh, I got a couple hours here. I can sit in if you want me. If you don't want me, you can just throw me out the door.
Well, but don't tempt me, Gordy. Yeah. All right, here we go. Second half. Roy and Gordy from Williams Arena, University of Minnesota. Red Lake County starts with the ball. They're in white, blue, and black among their primary colors. But they are in white with blue numbers. JWP in blue with Bulldogs in script along the front of their jerseys.
JWP appears to be in a matchup zone.
And a straight-on three by Duden is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Quast. He's on the run. A little 2-on-1 at the end.
Nice
over
pass
to Gavin Bauer for 2.
Good assist.
Gavin Bauer starts where he left off in the first half. He's up to 12, and now it's a 5-point lead, the biggest for JWP in this opening minute of the second half. Still got that zone going against the Red Lake County. They're just playing catch across the top.
Looks like they want to trap the ball.
Halverson had it for a moment, then gets the ball out to Duden. Loops it across, under 10 to shoot. Into the corner to Giesecke. He's pinned in there. Takes a contested 3. Weak side rebound. Offensive. The pass out top. They had the fresh shot clock. Giesecke. Left side. Baseline move. Ball jabbed away. Turnover created. And the fast break is thwarted by Gullingsrud getting in the way. A stop and pop 3 missed. Offensive rebound. Quast. Out top he goes to Dalton. And Dalton didn't get it to go. Dalton Bauer. Defensive rebound up to Duden, gets bumped by Gavin, but no foul on the play. Minute and a half into the second half, 5-point lead for JWP, looking to advance to the winner advances to the state championship game tomorrow at 11 against Hills Beaver Creek. Skip to the corner, Duden. Gavin Bauer backing him down, goes over the top of Bauer and banks it in.
RLC looks like they had a pretty good football team. These guys got some muscles.
Yeah. And that is going to be a travel call. Good defense forced a travel on Caleb Quast. Football references quite a bit in the first game today because Hills Beaver Creek actually won the state football championship. And the roster from basketball is basically all the same guys.
It's kind of like Goodhue.
Yeah, that's right. Goodhue was a finalist, right, in the prep bowl. They'll play Albany tonight. For Red Lake County now, Duden passes it. Not a good pass. Dalton Bauer on his own on a 3-on-0. He'll lay it in by himself. And a timeout on the floor. 36-31, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. They led by 3 at the break. They're up by 5 right now as we have a break in the action. Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard shows the Bulldogs up by 5. And we'll pause for this on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that. To ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best. Run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
4 timeouts left for Red Lake County, 5 timeouts left for JWP. There are the media timeouts as well, so teams have opportunities to rest their guys. These teams certainly subbed down much more than the first game in Class A.
Little pressure here by the Bulldogs.
Getting around it is Duden into the front court, up the lane, kicks to the right corner. Giesecke drives baseline, and a blocking foul, I think, will result in 2 shots for Giesecke.
I like that move by JWP for them because they want to run, Roy. And it appeared to me on that last possession that the Rebels are trying to slow this game down a bit.
The foul, by the way, is called on Weedman. And as we mentioned in the halftime report, no foul trouble for JWP at all.
Yeah, they only had 3 fouls the whole first half.
Weedman gets called on his first. At the line is Giesecke, and now 2 of 3 from the free throw line for him. 36-32. Second free throw good as well. 36-33 JWP. And they hurry it into the front court. Drop it back for Dalton Bauer. Left-hand dribble, top of the key. Knocks it over to Gearty. Handed back to Weedman. He hit a 3 in the first half. Now JWP running a little bit of deliberate offense. 3-point effort. Misses by Gavin Bauer. Rebounded by Gillingsrud. And they hurry it ahead, but turn it over. Bucker and header. And coming the other way is Dalton Bauer up the lane. Pulls up. Little shot put up and in for Dalton Bauer.
Going down the other way, that hit him in the head.
Not as used to running the fast break as Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, whose lead is 5, 38-33. Johnson spin move along the baseline, a little Euro step. He's fouled and will go to the line for 2. Ethan Johnson to the free throw line.
JWP coach saying it was a travel, and frankly, I agreed.
To the line is Johnson. The foul was on the Bulldogs' Gearty, his first.
He spun before he did the Euro step.
Yeah, but they're kind of letting him do that, aren't they?
I know. It's
a
different game than when I was a kid.
It is a little hard sometimes to determine traveling. Shot misses. Offensive rebound, though. Johnson has the look. Back to Duden in the lane. He is absolutely overwhelmed by Bulldogs.
Yeah, he shouldn't have put that ball by his ankles.
And I think a jump ball was indicated with possession to Red Lake County.
JWP.
Oh, it's not what it has up there, though. Unless they already switched it. Okay. So it is JWP ball. Boy, they switched that quick on the big scoreboard. Glad you caught that. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Almost 4 minutes into the second half. Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard 38-34. Bulldogs, the number 2 seed, number 4 rated team. Ooh, stepping ahead is Dalton Bauer. Missed the 3 from high school. Quast the offensive rebound. He spins up the lane, a full 360, and banks it in.
That was a man's rebound.
Yeah, great play by Caleb Quast. He has 5 rebounds in the game, 9 points as well. Which of these players are going to be your Goodhue County ADA players of the game at the post game?
Good luck choosing that, Roy.
It's always tough. And that one is Giesecke pulling up in the lane for 2. And that brings the Red Lake County fans back into it. 40-36 Bulldogs, 13:25 to go.
I hope you had your yogurt this morning.
I did get some cheese, got some yogurt last night for a little snack as Bauer misses in close, rebounded by Johnson. Bulldogs shooting 47%, 42% for Red Lake County on your H&R Block stats of the game. A 3, open look, and knocked it down. That was Nick Suki left alone. His first field goal of the game on his second shot of the game. A 3-pointer at the other end missed. Weedman going down hard, attempting to get the rebound with Suki.
They can take the lead.
Yeah, Giesecke will take it ahead, down by 1 with 12:45 to go in the second half. Gives the ball up to Gillingsrud, a sophomore who was a major player on last year's team, is a freshman that came in 3rd at state. Giesecke on the dribble up the lane, lost the handle, turned over. Lead pass to Dalton Bauer by himself for the layup. Points off turnovers are mounting, 16-4 in favor of JWP off turnover.
That's their game.
Yeah. Let alone fast break points, which are 16-2.
Almost another one, and I don't know about that foul.
So here's an interesting aspect of that, Gordy. Fast break points and points off turnovers, all of their fast break points are off of turnovers.
Sure.
Every one of them.
Usually are.
And the turnovers, they've forced 11 turnovers while committing only 6 themselves, Janesville. Lundeen has come into the game, and what was the other number that came in? We'll get it in a moment. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong side here. My apologies. Kronbach checked into the game. Kronbach checked into the game along with Jackson Wolf for JWP.
Well, you got 2 blue and white teams.
Well, it adds to the challenge. And there is a good defensive rebound by Caleb Quast for the Bulldogs. So their lead is protected, 42-39 JWP. Quast missed the shot, rebounded by Gillingsrud. He'll hurry into the front court. JWP is back, however. 11:45 to go second half. Bulldogs by 3. Duden on the dribble, guarded by Gavin Bauer. Gets a screen. Bauer still picks him up again, though. Now he picks up his dribble. Hooks it out to Suki. Over to the right corner. A 3 is on its way. It's good for Giesecke. His second 3 of the game.
What a game.
42-42 in the State A semifinals. Rushing up the lane. The shot by Bauer missed. He got fouled on the offensive rebound putback try, and Nick Suki is hopping upset with himself in getting his second foul of the game.
Well, I know it was definitely a foul. I couldn't be upset with a call.
Maybe upset with himself, but yeah, pretty
like
definite
you said,
foul.
That's probably what he was upset about. But very demonstrative action there.
Yes.
You get a tee for something like that.
Bauer to the line. He's 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. 42-42 game. Around the rim a bit. It goes down, and the Bulldogs are back in front 43-42 with 11:17 to go.
He's a fun young man to watch.
Dalton Bauer, senior guard at 5'10". Takes his time at the line. The right-hander puts it up and in. Boy, that was a nice form. A little bit of different form on his shot. Arm off to the right a little bit. 44-42. JWP leads Red Lake County as we hit a break in the action with 11:17 to go in the second half.
Hey, you know something?
Not yet.
There's no substitute.
Not at all.
For the kind of service you get at Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service. Owatonna.
Well said, Gordy. And we'll take a break on the Mighty 920.
Your local Goodhue County dairy farmers would like to give you a friendly reminder that dairy is locally driven and powered by families like ours. When you grab that cheese, yogurt, ice cream, or milk, you're not just getting something delicious. You're supporting hardworking dairy farm families right in your own backyard. Support your local Goodhue County dairy farming families. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message is brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season.
As you just pointed out, the bench points, Gordy, these teams do sub down quite a bit.
Yes, they do.
But not a lot of those guys scoring points. No, just 3-2 in favor of
But there are
Janesville.
other things. How about rebounds?
Well, that's just it. Absolutely. I'm just going to look here to find a guy who fits that category. You got Wolf. He's got 1 basket made. And a steal off the bench for Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton.
No rebounds?
Wolf does not have a rebound, but Kronbach does have a rebound off the bench. And for Red Lake County, so Thompson has 2 points off the bench. They've got at least 5 rebounds off the bench, does Red Lake County in their total. Yeah, so certainly contributing in other ways.
There's some big boys over there. I mean, muscular.
Yep.
Broad-shouldered young men.
Yep, Red Lake County out of the north part of Minnesota. It's actually a co-op between Red Lake County Central High School and Red Lake Falls High School.
That's up in your old neck of the woods, isn't it?
Well, pretty close, but I'm Iron Range, and Thief River Falls is a fair drive away. But, yeah, you just say northern Minnesota, and you just include everybody.
Us southern Minnesota people do that.
So it's the north versus the south here in this one.
Yes, it is.
Red Lake County and Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. A 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. There is 11:05 to go in the second half. Suki passes down low to Duden. Duden finds Giesecke, and he leans in but misses. Offensive rebound. He got it back himself, but then it's stolen away from him.
Turnover.
And it was Quast on the steal. Nice play by Caleb Quast. At the other end, it is looped up and off. That shot was taken by Jackson Wolf. 1 and done for JWP. Another chance to tie or take the lead for Red Lake County. 10:35 to go.
Got to use glass. He tried to get it over the iron, going to the basket. That's so hard.
Giesecke passes right side for Gullingsrud. Bulldogs get set to send in a couple more subs. And Duden on the dribble. 9 to shoot. Comes right side. Suki for 3. A little strong. Rebound is going to be Bulldog ball. All right. Bulldog basketball for the inbound.
I see we got Marshall Behrens here from Rochester officiating.
Oh. JMO Bowl of Faribault points in the paint are 24-18 in favor of JWP.
You and your bride ought to sign up for volleyball.
That would be awesome. I love volleyball.
Get a team together.
I think I'd take bowling or darts over volleyball, frankly.
You would?
I'd beat myself up too much in volleyball. Oh,
and a quick backdoor cut.
Gavin Bauer on the finish.
The assist went to 10.
That'd be Caleb Quast. Quast on the assist. He's kind of quietly, he has 10 points. He's having a very solid game,
yes,
Caleb Quast.
Is. I like his passing.
46-42 right now, JWP, 9:40 to go. Rebels hook it inside to Johnson, feeds it across the low block, but the shot misses. Dalton Bauer gets the rebound, is knocked down to the floor.
They call a tie-up. Oh, they're checking. The officials are checking with each other here.
And what do we have as our final indication? Travel. So apparently when Bauer got the ball and fell to the floor, he kind of slid. I know it's kind of splitting hairs. Referencing Quast, though, Gordy, 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and he has a steal as well.
Yeah, that's a stat sheet stuffer.
Yeah, Quast, a senior. There's a shot by Giesecke, misses, long rebound. Gavin Bauer leads it ahead for Dalton.
What a steal!
Stolen back by Gullingsrud. They go to Johnson up the lane, and Johnson converts. Ethan Johnson, a good feed from the right.
The Rebels have given them a piece of their own medicine there.
They did. There's points off turnovers in favor of Red Lake County. It's a 2-point game, 46-42 JWP. 9 minutes to go. Quast pass, right side three. No. Gavin Bauer rebound, jump pass out to Dalton on top. Dalton drives, and he banks it up and in. Dalton Bauer.
When he goes to the basket, he goes to the basket.
18 points for Dalton Bauer, one of 3 players.
Offensive foul.
Double figures. Red Lake County appealing for the flop.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have brought that rule in high school ball.
Yeah. There were 2 warnings last night during the 4A games on that.
I've seen it a number of times this year, and these aren't professionals.
All right, so the ball belongs to Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. Their lead is 4. 48-44, 8:30 to go in this semifinal. The winner tomorrow at 11 plays Hills Beaver Creek for the title. Dalton Bauer with the basketball. JWP has never won a state championship.
No.
In boys basketball, and Hills Beaver Creek is in the title game for the first time.
I remember when they were here in the 90s. Mike Morrissey and I were here.
Yeah, 96, 97.
Yeah.
Open for a shot, missed it, rebounded by Johnson of Red Lake County. Down by 4, 8 minutes to go. Pass right side for Gullingsrud. Goes through Giesecke over the left side to Johnson outside the arc. Backing down against Weedman. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound. Well done. And then a foul after that offensive rebound by Gunnar Halverson. Foul against JWP. It's going to be it's either the 4th or 5th foul against Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. Only 2 fouls against Red Lake County.
And as close a game as this is, that bonus could make a difference.
Now for Dalton Bauer, that is his 3rd. So he becomes the first player on either team with 3 fouls. Jump stop in the lane, pass left corner. 3 on its way is good from the left corner by Gullingsrud. Second 3 of the game. It's a 1-point game, 48-47. Bauer across to Quast. Quast will sprint in, get underneath, draw contact, and go to the free throw line. Foul against Gunnar Halverson of Red Lake County.
Well, he did get all ball, but he hit him with a body.
Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard, 48-47. That could change in a moment. Score the best selection of jewelry in the area at Taji Jewelry of Kenyon.
You don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond.
Free throw good, Caleb Quast. Quast now 2 of 4 at the line. Both free throws good.
They're cutting the crap on again. Nope, they backed out of it.
50-47, JWP. Giesecke in the front court, hands the ball off to Gullingsrud. Skips it to Johnson. And then Duden. He had a strong start to the game. He's been shut down for a while. Jump stop. Giesecke gets the shot away. Now is the ruling, did he get that shot away? Is that going to be an and one? I think so. Or not. Or are they indicating the fouls before the shot? He's pointing to the baseline. I think it's a foul before the shot.
Yeah.
Geardy on his second personal. 20 on the shot clock. A 3-point game with 7:05 to go.
It's Roy's magic again.
Yeah. We've had a lot of good games at State, and I just happen to be sitting in the broadcaster's chair for some of them. Shot short. Transition the other way. Quast. He'll center it for Dalton Bauer. Up the lane with the runner. High off the window it goes. And he's going to the line.
He's so good. My middle name for him is Attack.
What a game by Bauer. He's up to 20 points.
And he sprained his thumb. I saw him holding his thumb.
6 out of 7 from the free throw line. A chance at a 3-point play.
Good thing it's his off shooting hand.
Several dribbles. Free throw on its way. Free throw good. He's made 7 free throws in a row after missing his first. Bulldogs match their biggest lead at 6 at 53-47.
What are the points in the J. Moles Bowl paint?
30-20 in favor of JWP. They've got some good second chance points as well at 13-5. And some other stats in their favor. Those points off turnovers like we talked about earlier, 16-6.
More threes though for RLC, right?
They have, Red Lake County is 6 for 23, 26%, 4 for 15 for JWP, also about 27%.
Yeah, neither one of them are going bonkers on that because they're all shooting the college three.
They are, and in some of these games, I'm not sure how much you talk about it, about how far out some of these players are shooting.
I understand that,
yeah.
But the percentage is going to go up the closer you get.
Well, you would think so, but they're not afraid. A fast break in one of the games yesterday, a fast break with more or less an open path to the basket. The young man pulled up, a 1.5 feet beyond the college arc, and the three wasn't remotely close. But, he had a fast break path to the basket for 2.
Yeah, well, in a game, Apple Valley game, a young man hit a transition 3 to get them the lead.
In yesterday's game?
In Apple Valley on Tuesday.
Oh, on Tuesday.
Round,
okay. Yeah, they do hit them sometimes. They absolutely do, and that's why they take them.
I think that guy had like 117 coming in the tournament on the season.
Okay.
If I remember right. So it's probably not uncommon for him to do that.
Yeah, very much so.
We didn't have a 3 when I played.
Here is a 3 around and off. That would have been Trey Parker then. He's the one who has a lot of threes for Apple Valley.
That's about the only thing I could do is shoot.
They needed to institute the 3 for Gordy to make him more valuable for his team.
Dagnabbit, I was so upset when they brought in the 3.
6:20 to go in this one. JWP leads. They have the ball. Geardy comes out of the corner, gives it to Gavin Bauer, still 15 to shoot. Bauer up the lane, floats, pushes it up and in.
The defender didn't even put his hand up.
Bauer is long and lean. He's listed at 6'2". I feel like he looks taller than that.
You're absolutely right. He probably has grown this year. No, I'm serious.
Here's a tip by Dalton Bauer, but he can't quite break away for the steal. Little bit of a Gullingsrud playing a little,
they always measure
defense.
They always measure you at the beginning of the year, and you can grow as a high schooler during the year.
His hair has grown up as well. It's kind of curly hair.
Oh my!
Fadeaway. Duden missed it. A rebound on the backside, and he couldn't stay in bounds. Giesecke to try and get that ball and stay in bounds. All right, there's a timeout on the floor with 5:37 to go on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard.
What a game.
55-47. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton does have their biggest lead of the game, and we return courtside to the barn after this.
At J-Mo's Bowl in Faribault, you always strike a great meal, and now's the time to get your team signed up for sand volleyball. Whether you're a serious competitor or just out for laps and exercise, J-Mo's has 6 quality sand courts ready for every skill level. The deadline to register is April 16th, with games starting the week of April 27th and running through mid-August. Ages 16 and under need permission. And don't forget the food. Fall off the bone, delicious ribs, juicy burgers, pasta, spectacular homemade pizza. All are welcome at J-Mo's Bowl, 1802 4th Street, Northwest Faribault. Get the details at jmosbowl.com.
5:37 remaining in this one. Day 4 of the 5-day State High School boys basketball tournament.
So what do they call these towels in basketball? They're touchdown towels in football, but they got Bulldog State Tournament 2026 towels behind us. What do they call them in basketball?
I'm going to go 3-point towels.
Oh, well, we'll have to ask somebody because
maybe so.
They're touchdown towels in football.
Sure. And Homer hankies in baseball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What could you call it in basketball?
I'm going 3-pointer. I'm going to say it's the 3-point towel because that's what gets the fans fired up. Blocks do as well, but there's not enough blocks. There's not enough dunks to call them the dunk towel, although you
some
could.
Classes, we had a number the other day. I'll tell you, De La Salle and Richfield had a number.
Yeah, Apple Valley as a kid or two. That Phelan kid for Maple Grove. I mean, he dunks it without even trying at 6'9" or whatever he's at. No, I'd go 3-point towel. That'd be my contribution or suggestion to the matter. Taji Jewelry scoreboard is 55-47 JWP in front. 5:37 to go.
I think it's a fire 'em up towel.
Fire 'em up. Well, the fans are standing. They've gone with the fluorescent and construction look today. Wow, that's a nice move by Dalton Bauer. He almost forced Giesecke to fall. Kind of faking him out of his tennies. Dalton has it on top, swings it over to Gavin Bauer. Bauer to Bauer, Gavin up the lane, a lot of contact, no call, got his own rebound, missed it. Got his own rebound again, we'll go with the rebound because of head contact, and it is not a shooting foul.
That young man knows how to use his length.
Yeah, Bauer went up a couple times for some rebounds there. Gavin Bauer has 7 rebounds in this game. The foul is the 4th on Gullingsrud. 5:12 to go, 8-point lead for Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. It's their biggest lead.
5-minute mark is crunch time in the NBA.
3 on the way is good for Dalton Bauer, his first triple of the game.
High school line.
The lead is 11, the biggest lead for JWP as the clock goes below 5 minutes. Winner faces Hills Beaver Creek, number 5 seed in the final tomorrow. Duden from the corner for 3, rims out. Rebounded by Dalton Bauer again. Bauer has 7 rebounds. For 3, Gavin Bauer missed it. Rebounded by Gullingsrud.
I was just about to say, they're going to try and milk some clock here, make the Goodyear County ADA proud.
Johnson at the other end lost the handle on the ball, looking for help. Goes all the way to the backside to Suki. Out top to Giesecke, and he
steps out of bounds.
He stepped on the sideline out of bounds in front of his own bench.
Unfamiliarity with the court,
Turnovers 14 on Red Lake County, just 8 on Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. And the JMO Bowl Faribault points in the paint are 32-20 JWP.
That is your H&R block stat of this game.
Yeah, it's a big one. And the turnover total being, essentially twice as many turnovers, 14-8.
I do milk some clock here.
Let's see what Gavin Bauer does. Goes to Quast. It's jabbed away from Quast and stolen.
Yeah, they may not be able to,
Quick hands by Gullingsrud. Gets it in the front court. Giesecke for 3. Top of the key. Missed it. Rebound by the Bulldogs. Weedman pulls it down. Under 4 minutes to go. The lead is 58-47.
You rarely see this. They're walking the ball up the floor.
Yeah, from Janesville. From the right, Weedman left open for 3, and it settles in there. 3! 6 for 18 from Treyland, and it's 61-47 Bulldogs.
I think you're right, Roy. They're waving their towels after the 3.
And after being down by 10 in the first half, it is now a 14-point lead for Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton.
They're in the driver's seat.
They really are, with only 3:28 to go in the game. So they are in great shape. to try and get into that championship game tomorrow.
So who are we going to choose for our Goodyear County 88 players of the game? That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. There's tons of great candidates. 2 players are in double figures for Red Lake County, Duden and Giesecke, if you're simply looking at points. There are 3 players in double figures, Bauer, and Quast. Quast has done some good things, but Bauer's overall stat line might be too much to ignore. Big pressure for that decision to come up in the postgame, huh?
Well, nobody says we can't give it to more than one guy.
That works too.
Goodyear County 88 just wants to support kids. That's great.
And that is why they do what they do, sponsoring KDHL's 78th year of covering the state high school boys basketball tournament.
They've probably been with us for about a decade.
Bulldogs go zone, tip a pass, come up with the steal. It's JWP ball, up 14 with 3:10 to go. Weedman thought about a 3, thought better of it.
You saw his coach.
Yeah, said, wait. Coach Nick James squatting down on the sidelines, 10th year head coach.
That clock can't move fast enough for him.
Yeah, I can't tell if he has a little bit of a grin on his face or if it's a stern look of a coach in a state tournament game until that final buzzer happens. A foul on the floor against Red Lake County. I think the officials want to confer on just what happened here. Debating on whether it's a shooting foul or not. Of course, the JWP guys are saying, yeah, he was shooting.
Well, I wouldn't care if to be honest, you can use more clock here.
Yeah. 20. So it's Powers. Nate Powers off the bench.
9 seconds on this. That's right. They go to 20.
Yeah, to 20, yep. No substitute for the quality service you get at Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service in Owatonna. So a long inbound out toward the timeline is fumbled by Weedman. All of a sudden, it's Rebel basketball. 2:50 to go, down 14.
Yeah, they need to jack up some threes.
Giesecke takes it into the front court. He's got a couple of threes. Gives the ball to Gullingsrud. He has a couple of threes. They'll try to shovel it underneath and just scoop it up and in. They'll get the points any way they can get them.
They're going to take a timeout.
Johnson takes the basket, makes the basket. That gives us a timeout on the floor. On the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard, there's still 2:37 to go, down 12.
Press is coming right now.
I'll bet it is, and we'll find out about it on the other half of a break on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
Tax changes can be overwhelming and confusing, especially regarding the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. With over 70 years of tax experience, H&R Block knows how to navigate change. They'll take the time to understand your tax situation, explain the new tax laws and how they impact your taxes. And with H&R Block in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville, it's easy to get the convenience and care you deserve. You can just drop off your information and they'll phone you when it's ready. It's so easy at H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna.
Late goings of this one, and Gordy Ever, the investigative reporter.
That's me.
What did you just find out?
Well, these young ladies behind us told their rally towels.
Rally towels.
It worked. They've been rallying and taking the lead.
Yeah, 14 points is the biggest lead JWP has had after being down by 10 in the first half. Not that they have won this game yet, but we already have multiple teams that have rallied from a first half double-digit deficit to win state tournament games. Northfield did in their opener. Chaska did yesterday. And those aren't the only ones. Those are the 2 specific examples I can give very quickly. So it's Bulldog ball with 2:30 to go in the ball game, up by 12. Quast, guarded by Johnson. Underneath Bauer. And out to Weedman for 3. Missed it, rebounded by Johnson for the Rebels.
Don't understand that shot.
Johnson goes all the way, up the lane, scoops it up with the left hand, almost like a hook shot. It's up and in. It's a 10-point game, 61-51, still 2:05 to go. Giesecke almost came up with the steal. He stays on Dalton Bauer's hip. Very tight defense.
They almost have to.
They need to force some turnovers. Weedman gets fouled by... Now, if that was Gullingsrud, he's gone. Was it Gullingsrud?
They're in the bonus now.
But that's his 5th foul, and he's a guy that can score. He's gone. Gullingsrud for Red Lake County.
Is he a 3-point shooter?
He has 2 threes in the game. And Gullingsrud yesterday.
I hate that cheer. It's not very...
Yeah, I know you've talked about that before. Yesterday he was 4 for 8 on threes, 17 points. He wasn't the guy to commit a foul in that scenario.
No, but I think his coach was telling him they need to foul.
Yeah, but he's not the guy to do it. This is a 1-and-1, missed the front end of it.
The clock is the most important thing right now.
Yeah, 1:45, pass to the left side. Here's a three on its way.
Bang!
It's good. Off the bench, Dylan Lundeen for the three. It's 61-54, 7-point lead, 1:35 to go. Euro step in the lane, the shot misses, but foul shots coming up for Dalton Bauer. He'll get 2 on this. Let's see, on that last, who was shooting the front end? Okay, it was Weidman on the front end of the 1-and-1 that missed.
Bauer won't miss.
Uh-oh, you may have jinxed him, Gordy.
I know, it's a Gordy jinx.
7 in a row. Let's see. Is it 8 in a row? It's 8 in a row. There is no Gordy jinx.
They're holding up signs behind us.
That say Gordy?
Are you kidding? We own the court.
62.
We all do. We're taxpayers.
It's a public school, right? And the second one is good as well. Both free throws made by Bauer. He himself has made 9 straight free throws.
94 seconds to go.
63-54, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton with a timeout on the floor. But we'll keep it here.
JWP has a foul to give. I don't know that you'd want to do that necessarily, you know.
Not really any reason to.
But look at this game. You have 3 threes and you're tied.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what the 3-point shot does for you.
It keeps the game close. It makes it very meaningful right to the very end.
I said earlier I was upset when they brought it in. Honestly, I was not upset. I was talking about myself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I think
I
got that gist. I think that's what you portrayed. That you were kidding about it. Because
I just want to make that perfectly
plain.
Oh,
yeah.
That I think it's great because then little guys can play too.
Yeah. The game evolves and three-pointer became part of it. I think basketball's a great game. I know we talked about some things that look like traveling. Are they, aren't they? Things like that. But these games are a blast. They're fun. They're competitive. So, no, the sport is in pretty good shape. And Minnesota, as much of a hockey state as it is, it's a pretty good basketball state,
too. A very good basketball state.
Very good basketball state and a great tournament.
And an outstanding volleyball state.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, the high school volleyball here. Boys volleyball has taken off.
Yes, and I've not called a boys match yet.
I've called 1 or 2 of them. They are fantastic. It's because they've been playing for 10 years. It's not like it's brand new, even though it's brand new in the high school league.
No, but do they have long rallies?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, well, yes and no. Here is Red Lake County with the ball. A floater by Suki. Missed. Ball saved by Suki.
They got to hurry.
Corner.
They can't dawdle here.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Not that that's the concern. But the play stops as a whistle happens and they have a tie-up. Yeah, just to finish that thought, there's some good rallies, but they do pound the ball pretty good in the boys volleyball. But I saw a couple matches
Well, that's kind of what I thought when they were bringing boys volleyball in. It's going to be a power game.
It is, but it's very entertaining. Here's a catch, shoot, 3. That's blocked. JWP blocked it and then got the rebound.
4 blocked it.
1 minute. The block was by Weidman, I believe. No, he got the rebound. Under a minute. A foul on Gavin Bauer is fouled. He's going to the free throw line, and JWP up by 9 with 52 seconds to go. Granted, that's 3 threes, but 1 free throw here changes that complexion too.
So how do you like the colorful tennies these days?
Oh, I like them. I like the colorful tennies. I try to get them myself, but I happen to be wearing black today. I love the colorful tennies. Front end of the 1-and-1 missed, but an offensive rebound for JWP.
Would not have been allowed in my day.
Bauer on the dribble. The ball is tackled away from him by Giesecke. And the ball's going to belong to Red Lake County.
They don't call loose ball fouls nowadays.
But here they did call a foul on Dalton Bauer then, right?
I don't know.
I think they did. Yeah, Bauer on his 4th personal foul.
Well, they had a foul to give, so that's okay.
Yeah. 41 seconds. It's a 9-point game. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, their lead's been as big as 14.
Going so slow?
I haven't taken a shot yet. They look for the 2-pointer. The 2-pointer is good for Johnson. And they're not even fouling. Not yet, anyway.
That's not the guy they want to foul.
No, it's not.
They had somebody else with a ball. I don't know why they didn't foul him.
Right. No, Red Lake County, who had a real strong start to this game. They were up by 27-17, up by 10 early in the game. But it's been mostly Janesville's game. They've played the stronger of the two games, most certainly.
How do you like that? The Bulldogs out of the Gopher Conference will be playing for a state championship.
An all-Southern Minnesota final with Hills Beaver Creek as their opponent. Double bonus, so 2 shots here for Bauer. Even though his 9 free throws made streak ended, he'll get another, leading 56-63.
He was holding his right, that's his shooting arm, elbow.
He does get the second one to go. And
might have to go in the, what do you call that thing now? I don't remember it.
Oh, the hyperbolic chamber? Is that the one you're referring to, or a cold ice bath?
That too.
The ice bath.
That would work too.
Yeah. So 64-56, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. In the post game, we'll review those H&R Block stats of the game. Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. H&R Block, where you get your maximum refund guaranteed. And we will get you the Goodhue County ADA players of the game. Goodhue County ADA says studies show consuming dairy products lowers your risk of type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure.
Give me a rally towel.
Yeah, are they going to find one for you, Gordy?
Well, they told me where I could buy one.
Oh, so it's a fundraiser as well.
Janesville, Waldorf, or Pemberton.
Okay, just go to one of the towns and you'll find it.
I would guess.
Yep, convenience stores or what have you. It's looking like a final against Hills Beaver Creek in 25 seconds. Henning, the top seed, got knocked out. The 2 seed JWP and Hills Beaver Creek looking like the game tomorrow. Nice little pocket pass over to Suki.
You don't see that pulled off very often, Roy. That was a full court pass. That dude must have been a quarterback.
Well, that could be. So they convert. It is now a 6-point game with 20.9 seconds to go.
We're talking 2 threes.
Right. So it's not out of the question. There is still life here for Red Lake County. Don't print that ticket for the final yet for JWP.
Well, they'll be playing tomorrow regardless of what happens.
They will play tomorrow. Third place game will be against Henning. And that third place game at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning at the Gangelhoff Center. You'll be taking in a third place game tomorrow as well. The Northfield Raiders try to end the tournament on an upswing.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be very tough. They could play a team with a similar style that they've just lost to.
And is it, who are they playing tomorrow? Richfield, that's it.
Richfield lost a heartbreaker. That's the only thing that, I always say that third place game is a gut check, man.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want to be in the third place game when you come to state. But you're doing it, and you know the difference. Third place guys get individual medals.
Yep.
And the fourth place only gets a team trophy.
And it's a chance to go out a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, with a win.
Yeah. It's not
with your buddies.
Not where you want to be, but for one more game. I've seen a lot of very enthusiastic games.
And I've seen teams where they just cashed it in.
Absolutely. I've seen that as well.
Like the number 1 ranked teams.
Right.
Suffering their first loss or second loss of the season.
Which makes you wonder, a foul is committed against a Bulldog. They'll come down here, shoot free throws, try and make it a 3-possession game here. 6-point lead for JWP. Interesting to think that Maple Grove and Tartan are playing for third place tomorrow as to how enthusiastic those teams will be.
That could have been the title game.
That could have been the title game. So free throws here, 2 of them. Weedman misses the first.
Well, that was the guy to foul, not Bauer.
Of course, Bauer hit 1 of 2 last time. What does Weedman do? Weedman hits 1 of 2 as well.
Got the roll.
7-point game, 17 seconds. Giesecke into the front court. Giesecke to the right side, elevates, takes the 3 well short. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. And there is a foul committed with 8 seconds to go. And I think now the smiles can cross the faces of the Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton players.
I think all of Janesville, all of Waldorf, and all of Pemberton are here.
Yeah. Big crowd. Big crowds for both teams. Red Lake County
says, "We love Nick."
Nick James, maybe, the head coach.
He may be short, but he runs the court, they say.
And Dalton Bauer gets a friendly roll off the Williams Arena rim.
Think 5'11" is short?
5'11"?
Average.
No, I'll go with average. I'll say it's average.
Yeah.
And the second free throw good as well for Dalton Bauer. It is 67-58, back to the 9-point difference with 5 seconds. Really no defense on that shot.
No.
And then the defensive rebound, and the buzzer sounds. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton has a chance at their first ever state boys basketball championship with a 67-58 win over Red Lake County, who led in the first half by 10 points, but the Bulldogs, a couple of big stats before we go to break and come back for all the stats. Fast break points, 20-6, and the JMO Bowl Faribault points in the paint. They came a little closer, Gordy, but it was still 32-28 Janesville. But for a long time, they were really dominant in that stat. We'll take a break, come back for your H&R Block stats of the game on the Taji Jewelry of Kenyon scoreboard. 67-58, JWP advances to tomorrow's 11 a.m. state championship game.
Discover the finest jewelry collection in southern Minnesota, right in downtown Kenyon at Taji Jewelry. With an extensive selection to suit every style and budget, you'll find everything from timeless watches and elegant jewelry to unique money clips and more. Personalize your gift with a custom engraving. Add a name, a special message, or both to make it truly one of a kind. Because you don't want just any diamond. You want a Taji Jewelry diamond. Your local Goodhue County dairy farmers would like to give you a friendly reminder that dairy is locally driven and powered by families like ours. When you grab that cheese, yogurt, ice cream, or milk, you're not just getting something delicious. You're supporting hardworking dairy farm families right in your own backyard. Support your local Goodhue County dairy farming families. From farm to fridge, real dairy, real local, real good. This message is brought to you by the Goodhue County Midwest Dairy Association and the dairy farmers of Goodhue County. Proud to support our communities and wishing all local athletes good luck this season.
We move to the post-game show here on the Mighty 920 KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota. Got a couple hours till Gordy goes back on live with basketball. 6 o'clock tonight, double A. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
6 bells. We'll be right at 6 bells.
Right on the nose. So not only an update, the score update, 67-58. Final score, Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton beating Red Lake County. Another southern Minnesota team, Waseca, lost by 1 in the consolation final today. They had a nice rally yesterday, the Blue Jays did, to win that consolation semifinal, but they lost by 1 today in that consolation final. So still a nice season, a nice school year for Waseca, state football runner-up, and playing at the state basketball tournament as well. H&R Block stats of the game, some team stats would be 36-31 rebounding in favor of Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton. The fast break points 20-6. 12 steals versus just 7. Turnovers, Red Lake County 15. JWP ultimately turned it over 11 times. Those JMO Bowl Faribault points in the paint, as mentioned before the break, 32-28 in favor of JWP. Second chance points for the Bulldogs, 16-5 is a big number in their favor. They did have 2 blocked shots as well, both blocked by Gavin Bauer. He had 2 blocks, the only 2 blocks of the game. And when it comes to shooting, JWP shot 45% overall, 6 for 19 on threes for 32%, and Red Lake County shot 40% overall, 7 for 30 on three-pointers. Free throws 5 of 7 for Red Lake County. Free throws 17 for 27, about 63%. Not great, but they certainly hit enough free throws to stave off any rally that Red Lake County might have been finding. And the individual scoring of note, individual stats of note, Johnson ends up with 14 points and 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Johnson for Red Lake County. 15 points for Duden, most of those early in the game. 15 points overall. He had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 13 points for Giesecke with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Those are the players in double figures. 6 for Gullingsrud with 7 rebounds, 5 for Suki, and 3 for Lundin. And on the JWP side, Bauer had a game. That would be Dalton Bauer. They both had a great game. But Dalton Bauer, 29 points. He was 8 for 16 overall shooting from the floor, 12 for 14 on free throws, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals as well. And then you had 16 points for Gavin Bauer. Throw 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 steals, and 2 blocks in on that for a very full line. Quast with 12 points. He added 6 rebounds, 4 assists, led the team in assists, and had a steal. 7 points for Weedman and 3 points for Wolf. Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, a team that's powered by the Bowers, but certainly some great contributions today as well by Quast and Weedman. And before we take a final break, I will say that there was one lead in the game, one lead change. Once JWP took the lead with 1 minute to go in the first half, they never trailed again. There was like 2 ties in the game. Biggest lead was 10 points for Red Lake County in the first half. Biggest lead for JWP was 14 points in the second half. And before final break, to come back for the Goodhue County ADA players of the game, when it comes to the stats, Gordy, anything else you want to say besides, the reference again to the JMO Bowl, Faribault points in the paint? Anything you wanted to add?
Make sure you sign up for volleyball.
That would be important to do. Get to
JMO's Bowl. Those graduation open houses.
Yeah.
They cater those.
The food's awesome.
And I think the great thing to do would be to go there and bring all the kids and have fun. Mm-hmm. They can bowl, they can play darts, they can play volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sitting around, you've been to graduation open houses, you sit around on chairs in a garage with rented tables and you twiddle your thumbs. I mean, why? Go have some fun. It's the last time you're going to see some of these kids, and that's the truth. You know it.
Yeah, I do. And I agree with you. You've talked about that in a few of the other games I've listened to, and that idea of make it a fun time. Not that the open houses have their place too.
Well, the aunts and uncles and the grandmas. I understand all that. But
that's why I say they have their place, but maybe for the close friends to go out and have a kind of a party, a fun party. With
send-off.
Cool activities. All right, we'll take a final break on this session from the Minnesota State
players of the game yet?
I'm going to do that after the next half-minute break. That's coming up next on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
All right, to close things down for the players of the game, we'll take select a player from both sides. So we'll start off on the Red Lake County side. JWP wins it, 67-58. They'll play Hills Beaver Creek in the state championship game tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I guess I'm leaning toward on the Red Lake County side of things. While Duden led the way with 15 points, he was kind of taken out of the game in the second half. He ended up with 2 points in the second half.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was a big scorer that Red Lake County needed, and good defense by JWP, obviously. But Ethan Johnson had a pretty consistent game throughout, ended up 6 of 9 from the floor, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal as well. So Ethan Johnson is my pick for player of the game for Red Lake County. And then on the Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton side, with the idea that we can select 2, I am going to say that Dalton Bauer, 29 points, 8 for 16 shooting, 8 and 12 of 14 from the line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Dalton Bauer is a Goodhue County ADA player of the game, along with Cameron Quast, because Caleb Quast, 12 points. He led the team with 4 assists. He had 6 rebounds and a steal. and he shot 4 for 8. Now, I know he didn't have the second highest point total on the team.
That doesn't matter.
But he did a great job of contributing in a big way and led the team in assists. So that's Caleb Quast.
Big stat.
It is. Caleb Quast.
How many assists did they have?
Total assists were only 9.
On how many field goals?
9 assists on 22 field goals.
Well, the way they run the ball and everything, that makes some sense, I guess.
Yeah, 11 assists on 23 field goals for Red Lake County. So that's that. And I guess then a plug for 6 o'clock tonight, Gordy?
Yeah, we'll be here. 6 o'clock. Goodhue, Albany. Albany, the defending state champs. Going to be a tall order for the Wildcats, but they're the number 1 seed. The coaches in the tournament seed the team, so they thought Goodhue was the best.
Okay.
And we'll find out tonight.
We're going to find out. So we resume with coverage from the Minnesota State basketball tournament at 6 o'clock tonight. That'll wrap up the Class A session with Hills Beaver Creek defeating Henning and Janesville-Waldorf-Pemberton, a 67-58 winner over Red Lake County.
Our 78th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage of the boys' state high school basketball tournament. What a great tournament we've seen so far. Upset City.
Yes, especially, we lost the number 1 seed here. The number 1 seed in 4A went out yesterday, so there have been some great finishes,
you
some great games.
You have a 5 seed and a 7 seed playing for the title in 4A.
Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely incredible. It was fun looking at some of the comments on social media posts yesterday about what was happening in 4A basketball when I got home last night.
That's great. It's parity, right? That means there's parity.
Yes, I would think so. If a 7 beats a 2 and a 3 along the way, there's some of that. Our thanks to Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service of Owatonna, Goodhue County ADA, JMO's Bowl Faribault, where you always strike a great meal, H&R Block, Faribault, Owatonna, Lakeville, and Taji Jewelry Kenyon. You don't want just any diamond, you want a Taji Jewelry diamond. Gordy, thanks for helping out here.
Well, I didn't do much.
Well, good call. You'll be doing it all tonight, so I'm going to just turn it over to you.
And tomorrow will be on Power 96 for you Northfield fans.
And that's a noon game.
Yes, it is. And there won't be TV timeouts or none of that stuff. It'll be a quick game.
All right. For Gordy, I'm Roy. Rick back at the studios. And thank you for listening as we say good afternoon from the University of Minnesota's Williams Arena.
News, sports, talk, and more. You're listening to the Mighty 920 KDHL, Faribault. Also broadcasting at 97.9 FM, a Town Square media station.